Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So today, my client decided that she was ready to go back to the creamy side. Yes, as you guys can tell, she is fully natural, but during our consultation, she basically said that she goes back and forth and she just can't find anything to do with her hair anymore, so she's ready to go back on the creamy side. And you know your girl is team creamy or team natural. I have no care on either side. It's whatever you are is what I am. So just a little disclaimer, you guys, I am showing you guys a lot of technical things in this video, but I highly recommend, and I always tell you guys this, should you choose to do any form of chemical service or chemical processing, please do that with a professional and do not do this at home. All right, so I started out by applying the relaxer to the mid-shaft first. This is a common mistake that a lot of you make at home, hence the reason why I tell you guys to do your relaxers or chemical services with a professional, because when you are dealing with virgin hair and you are trying to go from virgin to relaxed, there is an actual technique to this. There are steps to this, okay? If you decide to go directly to the root first rather than the mid shaft first, or you go directly to the ends first rather than the mid shaft first, guess what's going to relax first? The area that you touched first. So if you do the roots first, then that means that the rest of your hair will not have time to process. If you do the ends first, you run the risk of over processing because the ends are highly porous, and then you are unable to go backwards. So this is the reason why we always start with the mid shaft, do the mid shaft, allow the mid shaft to process, which is why you guys see me doing her hair in quadrants. Like I said, you guys, there's steps to this, okay? There's levels to what we're doing. So I like to do quadrants when I'm doing my virgin relaxers because I know what I'm setting myself up for and I follow my direction throughout the entire process. Now, once I have finished out the mid shaft of the hair, that is when I move over to the roots and then the ends. Now the ends, I know I'm going to be trimming a lot of the ends off because that is a part of going from virgin to relaxed. But I always want to make sure that my root area is the area that I typically will do in the second step of the process because I know my roots need time to actually straighten or relax, which is the right word. For the ends, because the ends are so porous, they will literally go straight within seconds to minutes. So the ends is not really a worry for me. If you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so you guys can see when I'm live or when I'm uploading a new video, which I try to do at least 2 videos a week. And then, of course, if you guys are interested in any of our products, visit my website at elitehaircareusa.com. So she's now fully processed and we are going through the shampoo process or the rinsing process. And I am one of those people where I rinse, and then even when I think I'm done rinsing, I just go back over it once more. Relaxer is not something that you want to play with. Relaxer is a form of hair removal if left on too long. It can also be a form of hair shedding if left on too long or not rinsed properly. So this is another reason why you guys are going to keep hearing me say, seek the help of a professional for any form of chemical process because you want to make sure that you are setting yourself up for success. While I know our Elite Hair Care products are absolutely amazing, our Elite Hair Care products can only help you but so much. If you tear your hair apart purposely or voluntarily and then expect it to grow back overnight, you really have the wrong thought process. So let's change our mindset on how we deal with our hair and treat your hair like it is a newborn baby. So after we have completed the rinsing of the relaxer, and excuse me guys, if you guys hear me taking deep breaths in between, your girl is pregnant and this baby sits right under my lungs for some reason because boy, I'm out of breath all the time. Anyway, I went ahead and put some conditioner on her hair. Now, let me give you guys a disclaimer. Every relaxer system is different. It is not every relaxer system that you will put your conditioner on first. It is not every relaxer system that you will use the same conditioner. It is not the same every relaxer system you will use the same normalizer or neutralizer. Please follow the manufacturer's specifications, especially from my hairstylist. Do not try to improvise and make your own way. Okay? Okay, good. All right. So we did rinse out the conditioner, which you guys didn't see on camera. And now we're moving into the normalizer phase. Now, when I'm normalizing my client, I start at the scalp. Let's just start there. I start at the scalp, okay? Because that is where relaxer is typically hidden the most, the scalp. Also, places where relaxers like to hide, right below the occipital bone in that little crest, behind the ears, on the tabs right above the ear, which is your sideburns, and also in the crown if you have real dense hair. Also, another place is the nape. A lot of hairstylists, they neglect to rinse the nape the way that they should. And the nape is the back of your head, you guys. So we're all in the same place. Now, for my second normalizer, I like to add a little bit of my own shampoo to that. This is a pro tip for me. I do put 2 parts normalizer or neutralizer to 1 part Elite Hair Care shampoo. Normally, the shampoo that I choose is what matches the client's hair or situation. The reason why I do that is because I do not like the smell of relaxer after the fact. Now, they say if you can smell relaxer in the hair, that means it's not rinsed thoroughly, but that's not always the case. Relaxer just has a distinct odor to it, and I can smell it, and I just never like smelling that. So that is the reason why I add a little bit of Elite Hair Care shampoo. Number 1, of course, for treatment purposes, because you know your girl's products are pro products. But number 2, because I want to get rid of that after smell from that relaxer service. Now, if you have a super strong scent of relaxer, more than likely that means that you did not rinse the hair thoroughly, and you probably need to normalize or neutralize once more just for added insurance. A lot of people don't know, most pro relaxers do not come with an color indicator because you're a pro. You're supposed to be a professional, hence the reason why this should be done by a professional. Because you don't have that color indicator in some relaxer systems, you do want to make sure that you are normalizing or neutralizing at least 2 to 3 times on each client. Typically, I do 1 to 2, well, not even 1. Typically, I do 2, but if I have a client who has a lot of density, I will sometimes do 3, okay? All right, so now that we are done doing the actual relaxer and the conditioner, I like to go back and re-soften or rehydrate the hair. Now, some people get this step kind of mixed up. They think that, oh, your hair is hard? It's not supposed to be hard. You shouldn't have to use another conditioner. No. Relaxers, conditioners, and shampoos have different effects on different clients' hairs or hair types. So sometimes I will go back at the end of the service because remember, we conditioned first rather than normalized first. So sometimes I'll go back at the end of the service and use one of our hair masks, which are deep penetration or deep conditioning masks, to help soften the hair. There's a difference between the hair being hard and the hair being dry, okay? In this case, if I feel the hair has a little too much texture for my liking, I will go back with an Elite Hair Care mask and just do a quick condition to soften the hair. Softening the hair does not mean that you're trying to rehydrate the hair. You're just softening it. It's just like a fabric softener when you put it in your clothes, period. All right, so now that we're done with the whole shampoo process, she did go under the dryer with our B7 Beyond leave-in conditioner and, of course, the thermal blow-dry heat protectant spray. Both of those of which you are able to get on my website, as I said, at EliteHairCareUSA.com. So now we're just going to go through and give her a trim. In some places, it will resemble a cut. And the reason why I say that is because when I was doing her trim, the front of her hair seemed a little bit longer than the back, which can sometimes happen depending on the person who was doing your haircut before, if you were doing it yourself, especially if you're coming from virgin to relaxed. This is very common. It's not uncommon that you have to cut a little bit more than normal because remember, you have been getting your hair done in a natural state. Now it is in a bone straight state. So you're always going to have to do a trim or even a haircut whenever you are transitioning over from virgin to relaxed. Just keep that in mind. Now, how much you take off is really between you and your stylist. For me, I'm going to be quite honest, unless a client comes in and they're super damaged, my trim is a trim. I don't go overboard with trims. A trim for me is a light dusting of the ends. I'm not giving you a style cut. I'm just really just going through and just cleaning up the hair itself. Then I have the clients who come in and say, hey, I want a bob. Hey, I want layers. Hey, I want a short style. Hey, I want this. Hey, I want that. And that is when I would typically do what we call a haircut, where you see me taking off lengths of hair rather than centimeters to a couple inches of hair. And just a pro tip, you guys, with every relaxer, you must get a trim. Now, unless you got a trim right before that relaxer, more than 90% of the time, the only time I trim my relaxed clients is at a retouch, or if I'm going from virgin hair, which is natural hair, to relaxed hair. So from here, we are doing some curls on my client. So I decided to use the H2 Pro Bavachi 1 3/4 inch iron. This is the iron you guys always hear me call the red plate, because it is one of the only irons that I carry that has a red ceramic diamond dusted plate. These are professional irons that are available to you guys at a retail cost. All of the irons you guys see me using are available on my website at elitehaircareusa.com. You'll simply go to the menu, click flat irons and tools, and you'll see all of the different tools that you guys always see me using in the salon on my site. If I have it on my site, that means that I use it. I do not put products on my site that I do not use. Especially if it's not a product that is 100% made by Elite Hair Care USA, such as these flat irons. But I know you guys want access to professional tools that will last you quite some time, that are literally worth the dollar that you pay for. This particular iron, I love it for my clients who have bob length to longer length hair, and it glides like silk on the hair, you guys, like glides, okay? Also, just a little disclaimer, the smoke you guys are seeing, that is not her hair burning. That is the iron coming in contact with the fact that we have a heat protectant on her hair, which was the blow dry heat protectant. And we also have some leave-in conditioner. So there is product on the hair. Can I feel the product? No. But when heat comes in contact with the hair, of course, heat is going to engage with the product, and that is in turn going to cause what we call a light smoke. If the smoke is trapped in the room or it seems to be getting heavy, that means you used way too much product. So this is really just like a mist. It should dissipate almost instantly, okay? Almost instantly. And you guys get ready, because we are in the month of April. Hey, our anniversary is coming up on April 20th, and we have a week-long event of sales, which one day is our Tools Day, where you guys will get highly discounted tools, which includes all of our flat irons. And then we have our free shipping day. Then we have, of course, our mega day, which is our big sale day, which is $420. And then we have our ebook sale, where I'm going to be dropping a number of ebooks, and you guys will be able to get those ebooks for $4.20, period. So you guys get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. So I also want you guys to comment in the comments below. Tell me if you are currently virgin or natural, or if you are relaxed. Because guess what, you guys? I'm team whatever you want to be. There's no right or wrong for me. Only thing I care about is making sure that you care for your hair. And don't forget, you guys, to hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell so you guys can see when I am on. And of course, stay tuned to the end of the video to get a coupon code or discount code that you can use to get some of our elite hair care products. And comment what you guys thought about the finish. These curls were popping. Her hair was beautiful. And of course, I used a little bit of our goddess polish to give her that sheen. Anyway, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. And look out, look out, look out. 420 week is coming. Bye.